then I was in big man camp like this.
Oh,
What
really?
the-
Wow.
She went to regular camp.
Do your balls. You know,
Yeah.
But you know, I saw a great video because you just reminded me of something that I remember what my mom did for me when I was a kid. I remember being someplace, like you ever go to remember going to your friend's house and then there was a moment you didn't want to be there anymore?
No,
And you didn't know how to I can remember my mom.
Cells.
But my mom knew I got on the phone and my mom listening to me, she said, "You want me to come pick you up?"
Without you saying a word.
Without me saying a word.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah.
Aw.
You know, but I saw a video about this and the lady was saying, you know what you should do is you should have a code
word.
word with your kids. So they could just say that.
They're going to know. You're like, cinnamon. You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why are you talking about cinnamon? But either way, and I was like, oh, those are like the little thing. But that like you said things you remember. I remember that. I always remember that as like
yeah, exactly.
It was like that was a defining moment that I was like,
weird,
oh, my
right?
mom knows.
But that's dope.
It's a core
That's dope.
memory.
That's a good
one.
It's like,
That's a good one.
If it's
Yeah.
if it's that movie Inside Out, they have those core. I was seeing those core memories, like those glowing balls.
Yeah.
Like that's one of them.
Yeah.
I remember another
It's weird
time.
how that stuff
but I
sticks.
remember another time.
I think about that stuff all the time.
Me too.
All the time.
But
dude.
then there's certain shit I can't remember at all.
I know,
then
and it's
there's-
important.
I know.
Were you guys spanked?
Yes.
One or two times.
Oh
yeah.
no! See, my mom's from Central America. My mom was from Belize. No,
Oh, she put on music to do it?
Yeah. It was like, yeah. My mom used to make me go to the backyard and get.
Yeah,
something
that's
off
crazy.
They got
That's
the
wild.
switch. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I remember this too, though. I remember when it stopped because I remember like once I remember that the tree was gone. You know what I mean?
Oh, you told me this. Yeah.
But there was another thing too. Is in this apartment we had, there was like a long hall, two long hallways. in the apartment,
Yeah.
And there was like a door. And you could go like this. So
Yeah.
I remember I was running from my mom.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious.
She's trying to hit me. You know, she's trying to get me. I'm running, and I remember I was running, and then I'm started to laugh.
She's laughing.
And she started to
Yeah,
laugh.
that's funny.
And we were just running, and then I was like, and she didn't hit me.
Everything chilled
It
out.
was one of the first moments I knew the power of laughter.
Yeah.
It was one of the
That's
first
awesome.
moments
That's
where I was
awesome.
like, oh wow,
That's awesome.
that you could really
You know what mine was?
what.
One of the first moments I learned, like, wow, making people laugh it's like powerful. I was at we were at it was my family, my dad, my mom, my brother, and I, and I was in the back seat, obviously with my brother, and my mom and my dad were up there, and we were at a red light, and I started making a joke about a cereal commercial that we saw, and my dad was laughing, and he started laughing so hard that he was like doubling over and laughing, and I made him laugh so hard that the light turned green and he didn't go.
That's funny.
And he kept laughing and it turned back to red. And I was like, wow, I made him laugh so much that he missed the green light. And I was like, that's crazy you can do that.
It's like that's like an evil origin story.
Yep.
You know, that's your Batman story
Yeah.
right there. And that was I think for me. But I also remember the time when my mom stopped spanking me, stopped trying to hit me. I remember I was like 16. You know,
16.
yeah. My mom was like, she was really trying to get
Good.
me.
That's how she should do.
But that's how.
Bro,
she
keep
came from
doing.
a-
Don't
Yeah,
stop
dude.
when I'm 9.
Yeah,
when I grow up.
But I remember because she was hitting me, and I was like, "Ow!" You know.
I'm getting a taser, boy.
Yeah, she was like, I said, I grabbed my mom by the shoulders, and I said, "Mom, sit down and let's talk about this."
Oh, really?
Yeah, I said.
Wow.
I was like, "Boom, sit down, okay."
Like, I'm 16.
Yeah, it's like, what we doing?
This doesn't hurt.
You know,
Wow.
I said, yeah, let's we're not gonna do that anymore. Okay, let's like what did I do?
Damn.
You know, you have a moment where you like that was a moment where I realized I was like, oh, I got to stop messing up because
gotta grow up.
I can't challenge the discipline anymore because
Oh, wow.
because like this is not gonna be I gotta like. I
Yeah.
gotta do better. I just remember thinking that. I say,
Interesting.
I
Like,
gotta
it's
do
fucked
better
up.
right now.
Yeah,
Christ.
I remember my mom, because my brother used to get in trouble and he used to get hit way more than me. And I remember my mom sitting on a bed. My brother must have been like 10. She's sitting on the bed crying because she's like, I don't know what to do. I hit him as hard as I can, and he laughs. He laughs. I'm like, fuck, what a savage. Yeah.
Jay.
But she was like, I don't know what to do. Like, he's not scared anymore.
I know, but but you know, I don't know. They do these things because I used to call it. My mom I used to call it the dry the spoons mood. That meant like we didn't have a dishwasher. Okay, so you wash the dishes and you put them in this thing. You let them dry, and then you put them away later.
Yeah.
When my mom was mad at me, she would make me dry the dishes.
Yeah.
You know?
right.
So that's why I used to call that. Oh, she's in the dry the spoons mood.
Oh, wow.
And she would say that. Come dry the spoons.
Oh, wow.
So I'd be like, oh man,
Sucks.
she's in a mood,
Oh,
you
my
know.
God.
But I was the only child, dude. I used to have to come up with stuff, man.
Yeah.
But isn't it weird? Like, if you grew up different, like you're gonna be on a
Yeah, yeah.
completely different trajectory. Like completely different.
Yeah.
Like I think why sports was so valued. That was my only worth as a kid because I went to predominantly black school. And when you're in grade school, the only way that I could separate myself was being good at sports. Like that was the sole goal. Like to be the first pick in whatever sport it was. Like, oh, I got Schaub. No, he's a beast.
Right.
And so when they're like, oh, I got Schaub, I was like, oh shit. That's where my value came in. It's like if I didn't grow up in that area, who knows?
Yeah.
I learned from sports. I learned that when people challenge you or tell you that you can't do something, I learned that you have the opportunity to prove that you can, and I took that into my life. You know, so it's like trying to make the basketball. I never played basketball. It wasn't a thing until I was like a sophomore, and I was like, oh, I like this. And then the coach is telling me, yeah, well, you're not good. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, really, huh?
I seriously, I remember,
people go like this to me, you're not good. I go, okay.
No, not
I'll
me.
try something else.
I remember telling my mom, I said,
I'm kidding.
I said to my mom, I said, you got to send me to basketball camp. She was like, what? She loved it.
Cool.
She was like, good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I went to basketball camp. That's when I realized I wasn't
to dry
tall.
the spoons, though.
I realized I wasn't tall when I went to basketball camp.
Oh, yeah.
Even at 6'3", I wasn't tall.
Wow.
Because I went to big man camp.
Yeah. Wow.
Because I went to a small high school, so I was tall at 6'3".
Yeah,
I'm going to big man camp.
that's fucking tall.
And I was in big man camp like this.
Oh,
What
really?
the-
Wow.
She went to regular camp.
Do your balls.
Yeah.
And so, but I remember achieving that. I remember becoming. I remember at that time you could get your name in the paper if you scored 20 points in a game. And I remember scoring 20 points in the game, and then the coach is coming down the line talking about, all right, the next team knows who our best players are. He said 2 players, and he stopped at me, and he's just like he went, and I was standing there looking like this.
Say something.
Say it. Go ahead. I just wanted him to say it. Say it.
Did he say it?
Yeah. He was like, and Erik. He said it just like
and
that.
Erik.
And Erik. I could have quit.
Yeah.
Hey, here's my thing though. Do you think you loved basketball, or did you just like the attention?
It was both.
That's what I can't. With Tiger, he's gifted at baseball, and then sometimes I wonder if he actually loves baseball or if he loves the attention because he's good at it. Two completely different things.
But kids are weird like that because even if they're great at something, if they don't love it, because I see actor kids like that.
Yeah.
I did this commercial and these A-type personality kids, and I hear them talking. And I was the janitor in this commercial, and they were like, "Hey, Janitor Jim," these annoying ass little kids. But they were talking about. I heard one kid talking. He was like, "Yeah, they wanted me to do this pilot, but I was just like, I don't know if I want to do that,and blah blah blah." And I was just thinking,
and
to
they're
myself,
like 8.
Yeah, 9,
crazy.
10 years old,
Crazy,
you know what I mean? And I was like, "This is bananas."
Yeah, bananas.
But it's some people
they might not love it.
Yeah, they might not love
Right,
it. You know what I mean? But it's but it's a bonding thing because see, the thing is that I don't have, and I say this all the time, is what Wolf is experiencing with me, every moment he has is a moment I never had. Because when I was playing basketball, I'm playing basketball. My mom didn't even come to the games because she was working, right?
Yep.
So I'm seeing the dads in the crowds. And they're like, come on, you got it. And then all these dads would be getting on me. Come on, Erik.
Right.
That. And I'd be like, God,
you don't have a dad.
Where's my dad?
Wow.
This deadbeat is gone someplace.
Because if there's a dad there, they ain't doing that.
They ain't doing
no.
that. But that's why
someone yells at Tiger, I'm like,
I know, but this is what I'm saying. So I don't got nobody advocating for me. So everything's my fault.
It's free. Yeah, it sucks.
So that's. But this validation you're talking about is I know exactly what you're saying because there was a moment I remember. I'm posting this kid up, and there was my buddies out here with the ball, and all the dads are in the stands, and I'm holding this kid like this, and this is what I said. And it was a quiet gym. Give me the ball on this fool, right? And then I swear to God,
all the dads roll.
All the dads were like this. Erik, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And it filled me with something that I was like,
approval,
I'm lacking this in my life.
But don't you ever have that with anything?
You knew it then?
Yeah.
Wow.
I knew it in that moment. I was like,
that'll do
this
it.
is what it is.